recording? Looks like it is. So we're already working on door manners. Right? He's not allowed to go out of the door without me. He's still breaking the rule a little bit, but he's learning. So all we do is when we open the door, he's not allowed to shove his nose at the front. Right? He's not allowed to push his way through, and it's not until he's waiting for me that then we'll go outside. Right now I just have a long line, like a 15-foot line, so I can step on it. He's been pretty good in the backyard as far as kind of off-leash training, but we're not going to try to get him fully off-leash and e-collar and all of the rest of that. But we will take advantage of the fact that he follows me around, and we'll use this longer line. And I just have that in case he decides to, if he sees something, a squirrel, I still can reel him in relatively quickly. Plus the shorter line that he was on is very entertaining to him. Look how much he likes to play on the placeboard already. Yeah, the other one was very entertaining to him. You see he's starting to do it again. He's grabbing his own leash. This is a fun game for him, and we want to break him in it. Hold on, let me get him back here. You didn't see it, but all I did was step on the line. I haven't even touched him. Also, all I have in my treat pouch right now is just the Purina Propane kibble. Good thing it's a GoPro, right? And you broke the tripod. Good job. You got a knack for making problems, don't you? And that sucker is kind of broken now. I don't know if it's still going to stand up. Let's see. As long as he doesn't touch it. Come on. Alright, so hopefully that'll hold, and we'll do this. So, even from the side here, all I'm doing is taking one piece of kibble, I'm just kind of holding it in my fingers like this, and I'm just letting him like push into it. Okay? He's trying to take it from me. That just keeps his head right where I want it to be, so he gets used to being right there. Good. Place. Yes! Oh boy, now let's see if I can start putting some distance between us before we do the call. Alright, so we'll have him kind of wait. Place. Groot, come. Yes! Start trying to add more distance now. Place. Yes. Notice I'm starting to add his name before every command now to work that in. I wanted to do the commands first, and then I'll add his name as we go. Group sit. Yes. The reason I do the marker command is you have like 1 second to reward him before he's going to misinterpret the reward, right? He's only going to know that he's getting the reward for what he's getting it for if they're within 1 second. So if I want to move to the other side of the cul-de-sac and call him, I can't tell him he made the right decision to come to me. He can't cover that distance in 1 second and get the food in his mouth and eat it. So what I do is I use the marker, I just say yes, and when I do, he knows he's done something right and a reward is coming, and that's how we'll reinforce his decisions. Because it's all about his decision making, right? I want him to do everything voluntarily. I don't want to force him into anything. The more I force, the more he's going to be resistant. Group, place. Yes. Good. Group, sit. And so we have a distraction here. My neighbor's gotten in his truck. He's getting ready to go somewhere. So I'll probably reel in the leash in a second here. So let's see if we can get him to wait. Just a little correction there. I probably shouldn't be correcting him. I'm a little heavy-handed on that, but he listens very well. He takes correction very well. I don't think I'm handling him. Place. Sit. Yes. So what I'm doing there is I want to reinforce the fact that he stayed more than I want him to learn that as I walk away, he's going to always get called to me, because then he's going to anticipate coming towards me. So take a line here as the truck starts to come out, just for safety's sake, huh? Group. Down. Yes. Four. Fruit. Sit. Yes. You can see he's way more interested in the distraction. So whatever awesomeness it looks like we ultimately achieve here in the cul-de-sac, we still have to branch it out to more distracted environments. Because it doesn't immediately carry over. You can't just take him to the mall and expect him to listen. Everything there is going to be so exciting. Groot, come. Yes. Groot, down. Yes. All right, so today's day 2. Yesterday I wasn't able to film anything. The battery on the camera wasn't working real well. I'm not sure what happened. We tried to do the door manners. Mostly I wanted to watch him early. I really want to kind of just see how he behaves. Start teaching him that loose leash walk. That's somebody coming down the street. So there's another distraction for me. Good place. Yes. Very good. Very good. So we'll just have him work off the distraction here. Take advantage of it. Oh, not going to come too much further down. Groot, down. Yes. Very good. Very good. So I'll let him start dragging the line again because I'm relatively safe in this environment unless I get maybe a cat walking through here or something. It could be tricky, but for the most part I think we're pretty safe here. It's a pretty isolated environment. And I'm going to rep this probably for close to a week. I'll do these things with him and maybe start adding some new commands as he gets bored. But we want to get really good at the basics. And then next week most likely we'll start to branch out and do the same thing that he's already done, but we'll add layers of distraction. So when I walk him, I'll walk him further up the cul-de-sac and maybe down the street. If he does well with that and we can actually get a full loose leash walk, if he does a good job of loose leash walking a loop, then I'll start taking him maybe to more populated environments and making him ignore higher levels of distraction. So again, what I'm doing here is I want to work on calling him to me. I want the come command to be the strongest command that he has, most likely. But if I always walk away from him and call him, his stay command will fall apart. Because he's going to always go, well, hey, I know I'm going to come. I know it's a matter of time. When is it going to be? When is it going to be? And he's always on the edge. Where if he expects me to return, I'll come back and pay him for just being still. Then I don't have as much trouble creating a big distance between us. Groot, come. Yes! And I give a lot of enthusiasm and act like a clown sometimes because it's supposed to be a game for him. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be work. Groot, sit. And the more fun the game is, the faster he's going to respond. The more drive you're going to see out of him to perform for me.